Okey-doke. Oh, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for episode 13 of Welcome to Nerdatory. 'Tis the season to be nerdy, which it is. So first of all, I'm Georgie, and with me again is the lovely Stacey, part of the Blue Hair Brigade. Hi, Stacey.
Hello. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I think my internet's kind of fucked. So yeah, so sorry ahead of time because this is gonna be a shit episode apparently, but not because of us, because of the internet, which is conspiring against me and George.
It's being a bitch.
It is being a big bitch. You know what else is a big bitch? Sony getting hacked and we're not getting the interview, which seemed funny. It seemed like it was going to be funny, and they said we're not going to respond to terrorist threats, and now that we're coming up closer on the date, they're responding to terrorist threats, and they're not going to do it because they got hacked pretty badly.
Yeah, but the Sony's excuse behind the whole pulling the interview from theaters was the fact that, well, what was it? They got hacked towards the end of November.
Mm-hmm.
And all that nasty stuff come out about all the studio executives and the CEOs and everything basically having this massive bitch about some of their actors and blah blah blah. Angelina Jolie was one which was mentioned. And then later on it come about that the group behind the hack, what were they called? The Guardians of Peace.
Oh, I have
Very lovely name. Basically saying, oh, if you actually go ahead and release the interview into theaters on Christmas Day when it was supposed to be coming out, there's going to be bad shit going. They're going to attack all these theaters and blah blah blah. So Sony come out and said, you know, we don't want that to happen, and this is why we're pulling the film. And it's, like I said, responding to terrorist threats like that is just completely ridiculous. And then, as it turns out, apparently the FBI are saying that the culprit behind the Sony hack is none other than North Korea, which is a bit, ooh.
Right on point. Yeah, I know. It just sucks because it seemed like it was gonna be a funny movie, and it's just one of those ridiculous movies that are taken with a grain of salt, and just it just sucks that it's not gonna get released because such offense was taken to it. I don't know. It sucks.
I mean, when you think about it, the Borat film. I mean, Kazakhstan, which is a real country. They didn't really go apeshit about it when Borat was released. It was just a kind of like, oh, for God's sake, and a shake of the head kind of reaction from Kazakhstan about Borat being released. But, I mean, could you really imagine it being North Korea behind this hack on Sony? I have my doubts about it, actually.
I don't know. I just think it's like bottom line, we're not going to get to see this movie, not even on like VOD, which is just awful. Whoever's behind it, taking away a few laughters. And who knows if the movie would have been that funny? Now we'll never know. And it could have been really bad, and maybe I would have made North Korea look better. You know?
You never know.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. That's the whole thing behind it. It was going to put a better light on North Korea, and they couldn't have that.
It's such an odd one, but I mean, first of all, did North Korea genuinely know about the interview, like the film itself? And is this them in retaliation of going, no, you were going to badmouth North Korea and make us look bad? Well, for a start, you don't need any help in looking bad because we all know that you're all fucked in the head. And it's why would they hack Sony? I mean, seriously, why would they hack Sony Pictures and leak all of this information? I mean, if Sony didn't do what the terrorist hackers or whatever you want to call them, if they weren't going to follow through with pulling everything like they were demanding that they pull, they were going to release like movie trailers which are supposed to come out next year, more information like emails and like payroll shit and what have you for all the higher ups and blah blah blah, just everything. Why, really, at the end of the day, why would North Korea hack essentially an entertainment and electronics company? Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't fucking know why.
Yeah, it seems all very bully-esque and just don't do that and shove you, you know? It's not, I don't know, it's not that extreme, and you're right, it is an entertainment company, and it just seems like something's petty. But
there is a sort of an air of the absurd about it, but to be honest, I'm not surprised. At the end of the day, if they do actually go ahead and 100% prove that it was North Korea behind this, then I'd be really surprised, because I affectionately know North Korea as fucking clown shoes. They're that ridiculous. So I don't know, I really don't know. But I read another article on the internet earlier on, and then I read another one, and then I read another one. They're all saying different things. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
yeah, it's just messy. Should we move on to better things we could actually watch?
Yeah, things we can actually watch. I don't know about you, Stacey, but I'm feeling this massive, like, empty hole in my inner being because we're in the mid-season break at the moment and there's nothing to watch, which is a bit crap. But I've been doing some perusing on the internet and we've got together a couple of dates. Mainly for the TV shows that we usually discuss on WTN. So, starting from the top, Gotham returns on January the 5th, and then Constantine also returns on January the 16th. The Flash and Supernatural are back on January the 20th, and The Walking Dead is back on February the 8th. Now, what did we talk about in the last episode? Obviously, we talked about the last episode of The Walking Dead, and
that's right.
we talked about Gotham as well, didn't we? The ones we didn't talk about were...
I don't know, Gotham's been gone for a while.
Yeah, it's been off for a while now.
I know we talked about The Flash and Constantine and Supernatural, because those other ones that kind of have been hanging out longer.
Yeah, they had the mid-season final episodes not that long ago, so... But we did watch The Flash, didn't we? Which was... Oh, it's getting a bit juicy.
Yes. Wait, so the Flame guy was that girl's boyfriend, right? I knew their names. Flamestorm, Firestorm...
fucking really, really hot magma, spitty fiery man, I don't know.
I know. Guy who needs a haircut, and unfortunately his hair gets in when he
man.
Hair. Yeah, he looked like that. I was like, oh god, I hope he gets his hair. It just looked way too oily, and it has an odor to it that is not just like charcoaly, but yeah, the Flash with the the suit man.
Oh, the man in the yellow suit with
go.
his zipping about. Barry is not fucking fast enough.
Yet again, I think that's all the Flash is about, Barry not being fast enough.
Nah, Barry, you're shy.
Because the Arrow showed us that Barry is not mentally fast enough, and now everybody else is showing us that he's not physically fast enough.
Oh, double burn.
Yeah, it was an interesting episode though, and I'm glad that they finally that Barry finally came out with his feelings towards the not sister. I don't know anyone's name. I don't. I know Barry's
Iris.
Name. Iris, there you go. And is somebody's name Elliot or Eugene? Never mind. Cisco, that's his name, Cisco.
That's Eugene's in The Walking Dead.
Who's Eugene? Is he the guy with the party in the front, opposite business in the front, party in the back? There you go.
Yeah, mullet man.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know his name. Or I guess I subconsciously did.
No, it was a good way to end the mid-season finale, mainly because, well, you did get a sort of glimpse into what's gonna come on the rest of the show.
Mhm.
Yeah, with spoiler alert, Dr. Wells at the end not being a cripple and walking about his little secret room and everything. Lo and
With the
behold,
flash
there's
ring.
this. Yeah, and his fancy little like ring that's a key and shit, and
Fist
he
bump.
opened up that lovely, yeah. He goes and opens up his lovely little like cabinet thing, and lo and behold, there's a bloody yellow suit there, which to be honest actually looks a bit more like a vomit green to me.
It was, yeah, it was weird. The coloring of it too. I was like, is that suit not yellow? Is it black? And then I was like, oh, it is yellow. And it was a weird suit. But Dr. Wells is not a nice man now. I'm still kind of on the fence with him. We've been on the fence this whole time, and
Yeah.
it's just hard because he is very gotta protect Barry because he obviously doesn't want to kill him. But I guess to what extent does he want to protect him, or what is he using him for? I guess that's the question.
Exactly. Oh, he's Mr. 50-50, isn't he?
Hmm.
Totally Mr. 50-50.
Beating himself up. Wait, up.
Oh, what a dick. Nah, but oh, the bit that I actually did think that the end of that episode was pretty sweet though, because we're all gathered around the Christmas tree, and Barry's like his not really so requited love with Iris, and he's just all, oh my God, Barry, you're so cute. Oh, but you ain't gonna get the girl, man. So you better just give up.
Oh, and
Which is
then,
kind of pathetic.
which is kind of what?
I think it's a little bit pathetic, but sweet in the same sort of sense. Oh God.
Yeah. Well, at least he got it out in the open because everybody was, you're in love with Iris. Iris's boyfriend, Iris's dad, Barry's dad, everybody knew.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
kept showing off for her too. I don't know why he's just like, hey, I'm the Flash, and I love you.
Check me out.
Oh, and then at the end, with the Christmas thing, with Cisco saying that there's more than one person at the scene of the death of the mom. I think I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Because of the streaks.
The red and the yellow streaks. So, oh God, this is going to turn out interesting. It is one of the best things on TV at the moment. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. Really thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah. And we were discussing before we went on air if it's maybe going to touch on the whole Flashpoint paradox type thing from the graphic novel or the movie, where the Flash actually travels back in time to save his mom. So maybe it's something like that, or maybe it's something completely different. Who knows? But
yeah, it could be along those lines, but nah, you never know. Good shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, especially since the man in the yellow suit, or Dr. Wells, kept saying, you know, we know each other, we've been at this for a while, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that was weird.
Mhm. And him saying
thought that was weird.
You could say he's the opposite of the Flash. I don't know. I just felt like that he made it a point to say that.
Oh dear. I don't know. No, but January 20th. When the Flash starts back up again, so we can't wait. What else did we watch? Because you didn't watch.
Oh, Constantine. You can still talk about Supernatural if I mention it. Maybe make me want to watch it since I watched an old episode of Supernatural instead of watching the new one. You watched
an older episode. It's a good episode though.
It's so fan fiction. Just Castiel's episode. Castiel's character. She's just so adorable.
I did watch the mid-season finale of Supernatural. Basically, like in a few previous episodes, like we've mentioned before, Castiel's thinking an awful lot about his horse body, Jimmy Novak. He actually eventually, Castiel that is, he eventually tracks down Jimmy's daughter, Claire, who has completely gone off the rails. You know, her mother upped and disappeared, and obviously her father wasn't in her life, so she's like stealing and being a little scroll essentially. And she's constantly in and out of juvie and in these like troubled kid, like hostel home type places with social workers and blah blah blah. So Castiel eventually gets involved with her, you know, breaking her out of the place and, you know, trying to be nice, even though she does know that Castiel is Castiel and, you know, her father's not there anymore. And I don't know, it did sort of leave on a slight cliffhanger, mainly because Dean's back to killing people for particularly no good valid reason at all. So obviously that brings in the whole Mark of Cain thing again. You know, he's going back to being bad Dean, little Deanman. I didn't particularly think it was like one of the best episodes, but nah. But it did get to a point where Crowley's mother.
Yeah, has there been any progress with that one? That's what I'm really
A
interested in. They
little
haven't
bit,
talked about it.
Well, Crowley had his mother all locked up in that bloody dungeon and stuff like that, and she was trying to sweet talking her son into letting her go, and we could be fabulous, you know, because I'm this badass ancient witch and you're the king of hell, demon face type fella, and blah blah blah. What was his real name again? It was Fergus or something. She kept calling him Fergus. I was like, shut up, mother! Having a bit of a paddy about it. I can't wait to actually see what these two get up to, because I bet you she can be a bit of a bugger on the sly, and we all know what Crowley's like as well. So
Maybe he gets it from her. We'll find out.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. She is a bit of a feisty, scary lady. We're gonna have to wait till the 20th for that one again, just to see what happens, and definitely what's happening with Dean and his little scribbling on his arm. So, didn't really end on a high, you know, the mid-season finale. But I can pick it up in the new year and see what happens then.
They should have ended it where Crowley finding out that the witch is his mom. That would have been more of a peak.
It probably would have. It would have been, yeah. I can agree with you on that. Totally would have, I don't know, beefed up the mid-season finale episode a bit and been like a cliffhanger. Mother? Oh.
Yeah, that'd be great, because I want to see what trouble they're going to get into or how their relationship's going to be. And I'm not too interested in this whole, like, not Constantine, Castiel being down in the dumps. Because I don't want Castiel to go, but it's always so existential of a crisis that he's going through. So we'll find out what choices he makes. Because it feels, from the sound of it, the damage has already been done with Jimmy Novak's his family. So might as well keep the bodysuit. Why not?
Yeah. Well, yeah, nah. Well, technically Jimmy is no longer in that body since the whole Aspot episode, when Castiel got exploded and then reformed in the next episode after that. Technically, Jimmy did die.
A few times.
So, Aspot. I love that. I always say that now. Aspot. Hey, Aspot!
It's so cute.
No, it's adorable.
Should we move on to Constantine?
Constantine, yeah. What a bunch of sons of bitches. Now that was a cliffhanger that they left us on. Jeez, oh.
Yeah. But first, good news. Georgie told me today that the show's going to get picked up for another season. So that is fantastic. Woo! Yeah, because I couldn't really even enjoy that episode. I was like, what if it doesn't come back? I can't enjoy this. I'm going to be so sad. How could the show not get picked up? So it's good news. It's really good news. But holy shit, that episode.
Yeah. I don't know. No, it's it's the cliffhanger. It was killing me. Oh. Just really, because, well, obviously Constantine, he's going about and he's investigating the rising darkness and blah, blah, blah. He ends up getting contacted by one of his old acquaintances from the Newcastle crew that we hear so much about.
How many people were there? Because now it's turning out to be quite a few people were there for that whole fiasco.
Yeah, well, in the comics, there was, can't remember correctly, maybe 8 or 9 of them or something that were involved in the Newcastle escapade. So it's almost like they're gradually working their way through them, almost. But in this episode, what was she called? Anne-Marie, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she was part of the Newcastle crew, and to repent for her sins during that whole fiasco, she eventually becomes a nun somewhere in Mexico. So she's in this convent, and she's doing her business there and everything. All these little babies that get born in this convent, it's like a convent / hospital place where they give aid to people that need it. All these babies that get born there from all these pregnant ladies that are coming and are getting kidnapped. So, knowing that it's something that can't be dealt with, like a regular run-of-the-mill kidnapper, Anne-Marie gets in touch with Constantine, very, very not happy about it. But
well, it's just the one baby in the beginning, right? When she contacts.
It was one. Yeah, it was one in the beginning, and then when Constantine does end up on the case, this thing takes another one.
Yeah.
Whilst they're there, and then he eventually finds out that the babies are still alive, and they've been kidnapped by, was it one of Eve's sisters or something? Yeah. He eventually goes through a whole fucking list of names, which is never ending. Finds out which one it is. But isn't it, because it was one of the nuns at the convent that's in disguise and particularly turns quite nasty and bitey.
Yes.
That's nicking the kids, and
she was like the obvious suspicious character too, with trying to get Constantine not to investigate certain things, and when she kind of intercepted the nun that worked with Constantine from giving the water back right away or startling her and blaming it on the rats.
Yeah. Oh, but I think the best thing about that was the whole chicken thing.
That was pretty gross.
The chicken. This is how you get a demon to kidnap another child, which you just basically get a chicken, fill it with the blood of the father, and put glamour magic on it or something. So apparently this horrible little demon witch woman thing is like, oh no, that could not potentially be a lovely Sunday roast. It is a baby. It's a fucking chicken, love. What are you doing?
Oh, and the reason why she was going for that father's blood, it's because it turned out that in that the witch, well, she wasn't. What were they calling brujos or something like that? I forgot what they were calling it. But that their family line was being stalked, and that's why their babies were specifically their babies were getting taken. Because it turned out that the second baby that baby napped was his son's girlfriend's baby, which was his.
Oh, it's particularly nasty.
Granddaughter? Grand something.
Grandson? Yeah. Nah, it was kind of nasty. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to think, because Constantine had that mad pendant thing, didn't he?
Yeah, something about her ex-boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah, an ex-lover or something of this thing that's kidnapping all the babies. And it contains the essence of her ex-boyfriend, lover, whatever. Constantine summons him to you know what, go and sort her out. She's out of order. Go fucking sort her out. Inevitably does. But I'm thinking as well, because it kept cutting back to Zed, who wasn't on the case.
Mm-hmm.
She was still back at the. Yeah. She was back at the hideout,
Do
and
you want to finish Constantine's side of the story, and then we can move on to Zed? Even though,
yeah,
like, Zed's beginning of the episode involves the end of Constantine. Like, it's
yeah.
a little
Oh
bit
God,
tangly. Yeah, it was ugly. That's
it was a bit kind
ugly.
of like mixed up and stuff. Oh, but Constantine, after all that, his little friend Anne Marie getting the kiddies out of there, they end up in like the sewer or something, don't they? So
Yeah, it was something like
she's
that.
getting out of the place. He's set uh, nasty non demon lady. He set her ex-lover on her, sort her out, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, Anne Marie's trying to get the kids out of the place. She's got a bloody gun on her. So, and shit, just a sudden moment of realization. You know what? They're probably after you, mate. I'm gonna give you to them. So she shoots him, which is awfully nice of her. So it does eventually leave us wondering what the hell is going to go on, because Constantine is like slumped down in some dirty sewer water, clutching his gut because uh, he's just been shot. Meanwhile, there's this creepy ass demon thing like circling around, being all like crappy Spider-Man on the inside of the sewer, coming to probably pick his bones clean. Is he
Yeah.
gonna get out of it? Oh my god.
I found that part so ridiculous because it was like Austin Powers, the first one, where they have that steamroller thing and the guy is in front of them and they keep saying, no, get out of the way. And I think that scene's like a few minutes long because it's just going
Yeah.
so slow. They had so many chances of escaping without that thing that looks like it has his skin twisted up, without it
Yeah.
getting to them. And just like, no, I got the gun out. And it's like, don't do that. That's just going to attract it over to us. And so she shoots him to attract it towards him specifically so she could escape with the babies, when they could have escaped with the babies various times over. It was just kind of ridiculous.
Long before, it did feel a bit awkward almost, didn't it? It's like, why are you not legging it out of this place? Like, rapid?
Yeah, they needed to have a Scooby and Shaggy moment where their feet just started like slapping the floor really fast and just flying out of there.
They're just running like that and not really getting anywhere. Oh my god.
It's ridiculous. But do you want to
Yeah.
talk about what happened with Zed? Hold on, complete spoiler and skipping the whole story. She got taken, right? I can't remember. She got injected by that one other guy because the girl fell into that room.
Yeah. Constantine said to her, whatever you do, don't leave the hideout. And what does she go and do? She leaves the hideout. She meets up with a creepy model guy from the last episode, who is in cahoots with this guy who's like, we gotta take her back in.
Yeah.
So the hideout gets a load of new visitors, and there's tons of them, and they're all gunning for her. So don't particularly know exactly why they're gunning for her, but I think it's definitely, well, it obviously has got something to do with her ability. And the mad room. I'd love a room like that.
Yeah, hopefully you just don't sleepwalk.
Could you imagine it though, like a bottomless pit room where you could just chuck a load of shit in there that you really don't want to look at anymore?
That's where you throw away the trash.
Yeah. Oh, do you take the bins out? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're being eco-friendly. We're not sending all of our rubbish bins to the landfill or anything. Yeah, just chuck them in the room of no return.
Now, yeah, that would be pretty great. Like you could talk about it. Garbage disposal in that room, just everything.
Yeah. You could totally get away with murder with that room. Oh.
Yeah, with Zed, it started out. Yeah, she was in the art supply room, in the store, and the creepy model guy is just like, oh, I do art too, coincidentally. So they go out for their beer, and she touches him, and she sees this. It made me think of X-Men, the room that they put Magneto in, but it was all white. And that's when she knew that something was up, and she purposely invited him to back to Constantine's hideout club place. I don't know what it is.
His clubhouse.
Yeah. But is that where they all live? I don't know. I know that's where that first girl's father's house or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was his little hidey hole / treasure trove of bad things.
Mhm. So,
Yeah.
well, Zed killed that first girl, but the second guy got her in the neck, which she should have been turning around
Yeah.
more. She was just going forward, and it was just stressful. She should have been like spinning around in circles.
Yeah, he did like properly sink that thing in her neck. Like it was almost like she went rigid just for him to go and do it. It was like if I was in your boots, love, I'd be like trying to reverse headbutt the guy and elbows and everything. So why did you just stand there and let him just jam that bloody syringe in your neck, you stupid woman?
Yeah, especially after coming off so feisty with the model guy that tricked her. She like twisted his arm back, and then they ended up shooting him because apparently he doesn't matter to them. Even though they keep saying like, oh, you know, I'm your brother, we're all this family after making out with her. I don't know if that's the word that I would use.
Hey.
Good family kiss. Ugh.
Oh,
It's interesting. We still haven't learned anything about Zed. We just know that she's now been Zed-napped.
She's been Zed-napped.
I guess. Oh God! And we're not getting Constantine till the 16th.
I know. I'm not looking forward to this way because I really was. I've just brought it up now. Hang on a second. They said in November 2014, NBC announced that they would not be ordering more episodes past the initial order of 13 for the first season. So we are getting 13 episodes in the first season. The next episode, which is due on January the 16th, is episode number 9. So basically they're saying it's still 50-50 at the moment after the first run of 13 episodes. I just brought that up now. Just found it on the internet. So, but at least they're finishing the season, the first season. You can't really ask more for that, really, I suppose, because they could have just axed it completely.
That's awful. I hope they keep doing more. I mean, it even has good ratings on Hulu, which is how I watch it. It's like 4 out of 5 stars. And sure, I don't know how many people voted for that, but that's still really good, and it's a really good show. It's just, I feel like they need to give it the chance that they haven't given it yet. Because I saw on this one website that almost each Friday that they were passing episodes, it was some kind of holiday, so the ratings were pretty low. Because it was like Halloween, and then we had Thanksgiving, and it just sucks. They aired it in fall, which when it, I don't know. I just hope it does. It needs a fair shot, especially since it's so good.
I think it is, and I need my fill of the hairy Welshman. So if it doesn't go beyond the 13 episodes of the first season, I vote we start a petition.
Yes.
Petition, totally.
In a world where we can't watch the interview, can we at least get more Constantine?
Yes. Exactly. Nah, but it's part 2, yeah, which is coming back on the 16th. That'll probably finish up that arc. See what happens with Zed as well, seeing as she got her useless ass kidnapped. She stood and took it. I blame her. We'll just see what happens. Fuck her. I hate waiting.
And it's so unfortunate you don't watch Doctor Who because it's Christmas Day, the Doctor Who special, which is going to involve one of the companions that I'm not too fond of anymore, so we'll see what happens. And I feel like she's going to get killed off because they've been keeping it very hush-hush whether she's coming back or not for the next season. Is it the next season? I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely talk about it the next episode we do.
Is it like a longer length episode or something? I don't really. Well, yeah, I don't watch Doctor Who, so I'm not really up on it.
Some of them are. Some of them go from being just an hour long to like an hour and a half, I think, or at least that's what I remember one of the episodes being. But it usually doesn't involve the main companion. It's usually the Doctor running off and finding some like magical thing happen, like the Titanic episode, or the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe type episode. But now it's actually going to involve the companions. It's very interesting to see what happens, which might not be nice.
Huh. And do you think? I was gonna say, do you think something nasty's gonna happen or something, or?
I think so, especially if they're purposely not saying if the woman, the actress, is gonna come back or not, because they don't want to spoil anything for the season itself. So I think they're gonna murder her.
I suppose, really, when you think about it, be very glad that North Korea has not hacked the BBC.
I would cry. I would cry so much. We already get, like, limited episodes. I would, oh my god, no. Get even less than that?
Oh dear, I don't know. Nah, that'll be Christmas. It's Christmas Day, isn't it, when it's on?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Christmas
That's very
Day.
exciting. It's like a present.
It's like a present.
Oh, speaking of presents, we have a present for the viewers. We're gonna link a YouTube video of a beautiful, beautiful song called. Wait, is it called Shia LaBeouf? I don't know, but it's a Shia LaBeouf related song, and it's very beautiful.
Shia LaBeouf, it's Shia LaBeouf, my lingo. not Shia LaBeouf, it's a Transformers lad.
No, now it's Mark Wahlberg. God, they need to stop with those movies.
It's very lovely. That's very good. And like Stacey said, she's going to post the link, and you should all watch it and be merry. Because it's Christmas.
But that video has nothing to do with Christmas.
Nothing to do with Christmas, we just think it's brilliant.
That's so funny. That's ridiculous.
Oh dear. No, but I suppose that's the end of our episode. We don't particularly have much else to talk about, really. Because there's no telly on at the moment.
The tiniest of rants. I've been playing a lot more Shadows of Mordor, and the fucking controls are just like infamous, and they're pissing me off. And I think my latest Twitch stream, you can hear me cursing ridiculously now because I'm so pissed off at the stupid controls. But yes.
Oh god, it's not like when you get stuck on a ledge and you just end up moving like that, and you're like, but I'm making it go
get on the ledge. I'm up against the wall, and it's like, jump on it, climb up it, and there's a bunch of, whatever they're called, trying to attack me, and I'm like, jump on it, please climb up, and it's just like, what do I do? Oh, God. Just so pissed off. I need to find that part where I just lose it and use it and make a highlight of it. And I'm like, this is just like infamous. And it might be worse.
Just get into it, just lose your shit.
I was trying to remain calm, but I couldn't. I was just like, this fucking shit, and it just left.
Oh my god. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, do you think that's maybe the end of the episode? There's no telly to talk about or anything. I don't know. All the big announcements have come, or North Korea have just gone and ruined everything for us.
Yeah, and we're pretty good with keeping little news tidbits on our Facebook and sometimes Twitter. So in case you want to know little tidbits of gaming news, we have it on there on our Facebook page. So you can go ahead and like that, and then you'll see them.
The odd piece of film news, other bits and bobs, telly, stuff we find amusing as well. Mm-hmm. You should probably go check it out, and that would be awesome. Yeah, on the Twitter.
In the door.
No, it's my dad.
No, before that, because I saw the cat get closer and the door opened a little bit. I was like, oh, he's leaving.
No, that's the nasty cat. She'll be going out to go and ransack a bin somewhere because she's quite disgusting and vile. she likes bin raiding.
She's just diving for a treasure.
Yeah, she's crap diving. That's what she does. The
Okay.
amount of times I've woken up in the morning and found just shit across my kitchen, just ugh.
I really
Well,
like your
anyway.
sweater, by the way. I saw it on
Thank you.
Facebook.
It is the official PlayStation Christmas jumper, and I have a really hard time regulating my body temperature, so Christmas jumpers are never really a good idea. But I am sweating like a paedophile on a school bus.
I've never heard that phrase before.
Oh, you can have that one. You can use it.
Oh, I will, because I sweat a lot.
Seriously, if anybody wants to be quite toasty and cosy and warm and quite hanging and sweaty, just go and get yourself a Christmas jumper. They're an absolute nightmare, but you can't help but smile when you're wearing a Christmas jumper. It's all good, and especially a PlayStation one. It's awesome. I have my mother to thank for that. She bought me this, so thank you, Mammy.
Well, it looks really good.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think we're done for this episode, and hopefully we should put one up next weekend, or at some point next weekend-ish, if we do it a little bit earlier, a little bit afterwards. Since I have no school, we can do it whenever.
Woo!
Christmas. That's great.
As always, if everybody would like to go onto our Facebook, give us a like, follow us on Twitter, and obviously please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And
Yes.
yeah,
Like,
we will love you
comment,
forever.
talk to us. We might notice.
Go and do all of that lovely stuff. We will talk to you because we are actually quite nice and well,
chatty.
I suppose in the meantime. Yeah, and chatty. Yeah. I think we're quite brilliant, actually. Yeah, good at that.
I have no choice but to agree
Right,
with you. I think you're always right, so yeah.
We're always right, yeah. Oh, you're really sweaty now. It's not right. Oh.
Okay, well, hurry it up then. Alright, thanks for watching this episode. As always, I'm Stacy, and with me, as usual, is Georgie. So bye.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.